switch to sports mode. Hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode. Hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold.
Let's go with the politics. You recently ran for
Superintendent of the school.
Superintendent of the school. What was the motivation behind that, brother?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Even though I had the background, the business knowledge,
The education.
the educational, and all that was not the drive for me to run. I was just seeing how our school system was ran, and what I mean by that is business-wise. And business-wise, you got an area like Gaston County, which is growing, but at the same time, you're growing in numbers when it comes to the economics. But then you downsizing in the schools.
Makes sense.
It don't make sense at all. You don't see Tallahassee downsizing in school. Every school that they had 30, 40 years ago is still up. So that means that you got a dying area. What I mean by that is, it might be growing in numbers and people, but the way the overhead is looking, they're looking at it's a dying area to them. That means that nothing is coming out of it. And so people are looking at me like, what is he gonna bring to the table? He just running a boxing gym, or he doing this with the boxing, or doing that. Where's the education to come from? They don't realize something. Running an area like right there don't depend. See, I had the education, but they was figuring, okay, he can't do it because he's, he have a background in boxing. But what they don't realize is every business that I have, from Federation Boxing to Combo to Quincy Fighting Tigers to Dragon Burns to all the businesses that I have, I started all of them from the ground. That means that take business knowledge.
Right.
Okay. At that particular time, and even now, the school board needed somebody that can get in there, that can start it from the ground and put a foundation up on it, because it's shaky. That means that, okay, if you need the grant department strong to bring in the right grants, you need a finance department that is strong, that can really keep an eye on the finances. You need a computer tech system that is ran the proper way. You need an educational system that is ran the proper way. And what it is, if you don't have all these people in there, you bring in somebody that can probably train these people in these areas. You don't fire them. You just bring in somebody that can train them. So they can be properly educated in how to do it. Right now, they talking about combining these schools. Why? Why? You been downsizing ever since maybe 2004. You done got rid of all of these schools that could have still been operating and looking nice if you'd have been able to go out and get the funding. If you got the proper education going on, and not just that. We in 2024. We're in an area now where not only is education important, but a child learning business ethics, how life skills. All of this need to be included in school. People are like, oh, he talking crazy and all that kind of. No, I'm not talking crazy. That's very important. You don't want your child just to say that, Mama and Dad, I make good grades anymore. We're in a different era now. You want your child to haul off and be able to be a business person in school before they even graduate. You want your kid to haul off and say, Mama, I know how to design a website while they in school. Mama, I know how to design clothing while I'm in school. You don't want. I'm talking about. And see, overhead already knew, like, okay, they stuck in this football, basketball, different sports. No, that is not. That is important in a certain degree. But you want to be able to be that person that can say, I own the football team.
Amen.
I own the basketball team.
Amen.
You see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about, see, I'm on a different level when it comes to that kind of stuff. So they couldn't see the concept I was coming from. That's the concept I wanted to bring to the school. Okay, if you telling me that we only have $2 million in the budget at the school, and then all that got to be played out through the teachers, through the administrators, No, I'm wondering why we ain't got $100 million in the budget.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? We in 2024.
Yeah.
Why we ain't got $100 million budget? Why the parents got to get out and do boosters and all that kind of stuff to buy uniforms and all that kind of stuff when we should be getting that kind of funding? Because if you putting out that kind of energy in a school, what I mean by you got this going on, you got that going on, you got this going on. Oh man, these kids right here, we got all these kids graduate from top schools, not just FAMU, FSU, but we got kids going to Harvard, all that kind of stuff. Man, you got money flooding in from different directions. You even got people probably like entertainers say, hey, I want to donate to that school. It's a public school, but guess what? You ever heard when some entertainers, like when they graduated, then they go on to become big, they be like, well, I came back to my school and I donated money.
Yeah.
You want that, but we in 2024.
Yeah.
Why should we have kids graduating that don't go on and become entertainers and business people and high powerful people in these areas? People didn't realize that's what I was trying to do. You shouldn't have no every blue moon, every 20 years you might have somebody graduate. Well, you know, they went on and they did this here, they made that. No, we should have hundreds and thousands of kids study coming out, flooding the industry. And making it big in all these different areas. That's what I was trying to do. They didn't realize why a lot of people was coming against me and said, no, don't vote for Richard Byrne. They had people coming all out the woodwork, don't vote for Richard, because they knew I was trying to change the system.
I was going to ask you what the support was like. What was the support like when...
My family was the one supporting me. I barely had support. Most of the finances was me. I barely had support because people didn't understand where I was coming from. They was talking about, they was flooding the internet talking about he's just a boxer, he just do this, he do that. No, Richard Burns is a businessman. Boxing is just one of the things I do.
So they were just reading the cover.
They was reading the cover. Yeah, they started publicizing. Oh, okay, here you got this guy that's working in the school system. You got this guy that's working in the school system. Then you got this guy that's just running a boxing gym. What can this boxer bring to the table? Boxer now, not businessman. But what can this boxer bring to the table that this educator can't bring to the table?
Right.
First of all, not downsizing what that person done did, because that person done went to FSU and this person is an educator. But at the same time, you need to look into my background instead of saying boxer. Because I'm more than a boxer. I have a business right now, Combo. You can look at a combination of mixed boxing organization that is running neck and neck with USA Boxing right now, which is owned by billionaires. I have this business, the only black man in America with this business. They wasn't looking at all that. They don't even know this. You looking at the fact that I done boxed.
Right.
So you overlooking my business skills. And it takes somebody that have business knowledge to run the superintendent of schools right now. That business, that building, because first of all, like I said, in the next few years, the way they keep downsizing, private schools are going to take over the area.
Do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
To be honest with you, at this particular time, it could be bad and good. And the reason I can say that because we already headed in that direction.
Okay.
So you can't do anything about it now. People are wondering, okay, is you gonna throw your head into the race? No, I'm not, because I tried to stop what was getting ready to happen. I told y'all that they were gonna downsize the schools again. And now you're only gonna have the one high school and have this one school that's gonna house all of those people in a big old growing county like Gaston County. What kind of sense that make? What kind of sense that make?
But for the ones that can afford it, they can go to a private school.
Yeah, but guess what? Your kid can get kicked out of private school any given day, and you can't do anything about it in a private school.
Oh yeah.
Because private is a private entity.
Right.
Do what they want.
They can do what they want.
Right.
That means if they don't like how your kid's hair look, your kid is out of there.
And it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
That's what they was working on in the first place. Yeah, they hate me because I was exposing it, but at the same time, it's not about exposing. It's about trying to make sure that these kids are properly educated, and not just properly educated, but every child supposed to surpass their parents.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Not supposed to be behind them.
Right.
All I want to do is make sure our kids is surpassing their parents, and not just the parents, but surpassing certain errors and not going back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I was trying to do.
You know, me and Harold, we talk about, you know, we believe that that in order for our community to survive, we are going to have to laser focus on the youngest group of people within our community
Exactly.
and make them one of the greatest generations that the planet's ever seen, ever witnessed before.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's going to take, you know, thinking
Yes.
like what you was talking about.
When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold.